Coming up on Ag Week TV, it's a special Thankful for Ag edition.
The complementary skills of three brothers have helped their sheep operation win national honors.
And we'll see how an immigrant farmer's generous gift is helping generations of students. Welcome to a special Thanksgiving edition of Ag Week TV. I'm Michelle Ruck. Farmers are thankful this holiday with big crops and news of a second market facilitation program payment. The trade aid is welcome, although USDA Undersecretary Bill Northeast says they're still calculating the amount.
We're getting pretty close to 1st of December, and about that time we'll run our calculations again to see what a second payment would be, or the second half of the payment for this fall.
Northeast says for soybean producers, the total will be added on to the 82.5 cents per bushel they already received, which will help cash flow. The South Dakota Farm Bureau held their 101st annual convention in Rapid City. Delegates set state and federal policy with a focus on immigration and regulatory reform. They also discussed the trade war and the need for Congress to pass the Farm Bill by year end.
Certainly regulations, keep rolling those back. The EPA is working on a new Waters of the U.S. rule. We're looking forward to going through that. Certainly it'll be better than what the 15 Obama version was.
And delegates also passed policy to change pasture range and forage insurance to make it more fair. This week on Ag Week TV, we're focusing on the many ways people are thankful for agriculture. A Norwegian immigrant farmer has given the North Dakota FFA Foundation something to be thankful for decades to come. Fred Bach came to North Dakota in the 1920s, worked hard, and prospered. Jenny Schlecht explains how his legacy is helping young farmers.
Fred Bach didn't leave any family behind when he passed away, but he left a legacy to thousands of students in North Dakota.
The thing that Frederick wanted to be done with what he had accumulated in his life was to give it to young people and give them a start in the agricultural industry and keep them here in North Dakota.
Bach's land in Richland and Sargent counties was put in a trust that would later benefit the North Dakota FFA Foundation. Michael Axt is the McCluskey High School Ag Ed teacher and FFA advisor. He's also past president of the state FFA Foundation. He says about a third of the foundation's income comes from the Bach farm. It's about $125,000 a year, depending on the farm economy. It's used mainly for grants and scholarships.
So we try to get as much of that money off the Bach farm back into the students' hands as we can.
Senior Carson Hauser received a grant for supplies for his taxidermy business. He says the grant really helped him grow it.
I almost doubled my clientele from the previous year to the year that I got my grant, so that really helped me, kind of get my name out there a little more, and just be able to serve my clients better.
Jacob Strobel used his grant to launch his long-term dream of having a herd of Angus cows.
I always liked Angus cows, and when I found out I could get this SAE grant from my buddy Carson, I said that's the perfect idea to get going.
I think the story that you would get from all the kids that have gotten these grants over the years would be basically the same thing. It's an appreciation for the gift.
While Bach was thankful for the opportunities his new homeland provided, now North Dakota FFA students are thankful for his generosity. In McCluskey, North Dakota, this is Jenny Schlecht for Ag Week.
It's hard for the nation's food producers to see anyone go hungry, but especially during the holidays. That's why South Dakota farmers so generously support Feeding South Dakota. I traveled to their Sioux Falls branch to get the story. Donated food lines the shelves at the Feeding South Dakota warehouse in Sioux Falls. With this abundance and the productivity of farmers, it's hard to imagine anyone going hungry during the holidays. However, CEO Matt Gasson says the hunger problem is real in the state.
In South Dakota, 1 in 9 individuals is deemed to be food insecure. 45% of the individuals that receive food from our food pantries are children.
That's why South Dakotans are so thankful for the services of Feeding South Dakota. During the holidays, they provide turkey and all the trimmings for nearly 2,500 families through donations.
The holiday season is a time when people, I think, are most attuned to giving. They're thinking about, others that are less fortunate than themselves.
The state's farm groups also provide year-round support through volunteering, money contributions, and donated product. Gasson says that assistance is invaluable.
I don't know that you can I could put into words the value and the importance of the relationship that we have with our ag industries in the state of South Dakota.
He says the relationship is special because farmers are feeding the world, but also want to feed those in their own community.
The efficiencies that they're trying to drive, all the things that are happening in that industry is about being able to produce more and more food so that we can feed more and more people.
And with the tough economic times in agriculture, Gaston says the generous donations farmers and farm groups make are even more admirable.
You go through some really, really hard times, but you look at an industry that never gives up, that never quits. They have a real purpose for wanting to feed this country.
And that gives all South Dakotans a lot to be thankful for this Thanksgiving. The South Dakota Cattlemen's Foundation is the largest donor, raising $228,000 at their primetime gala this year. Ahead on AgweekTV, ever wondered where your Thanksgiving turkey comes from? It may be closer than you think.
Small or large, Superior Grain Equipment has a storage solution for you with a wide variety of bin options and accessories, along with site planning and superior customer service. Plus, from top to bottom, we offer the industry's best bins and warranties to protect your products and your grain storage investment. Get superior quality, protection, and reliability with generations of experience and dependability. Make the superior choice today with Superior Grain Equipment.
Nothing holds more promise than a seed. And when it comes from Peterson Farm Seed, it's backed with a promise from us. We'll sell no seed we wouldn't be happy to plant on our own farm, so that growers like Mark can keep a promise of his own, to teach his kids how to care for the land, their family, and their community, and build a future that extends generations. Grow your promise. Grow Peterson Farm Seed.
Upgrade your trailer to electric with the Rolltech electric system from AgriCover. Strong, flexible pivot arms and motor mount rotate and telescope, allowing the roll tube to rise and flex over heaped loads. The positive automatic lock is impossible to back off to control the flow of grain. This integrated system uses one wireless remote to operate up to 10 tarps and hoppers, keeping your driver out of the dust, rain, and harm's way. See the Rolltech system in action at an AgriCover dealer near you.
When harvest comes around, time is precious and you don't have a moment to waste. North Star Ag offers the Lofness GrainLogix Grain Bag Loader to deliver versatile grain storage performance load after load. Lofness's user-friendly grain baggers are easy to load and unload, perfect to get your harvest in the bag. North Star Ag also sells a variety of Valmar spreaders, the leader in air boom delivery, and is a full-service Meridian hopper bin dealer. Visit NorthstarAg.com to see our complete new and used equipment inventory or give us a call.
For corn and soybean farmers, it's been a challenging year. So join us as we look towards the future and make sense of international trade at the second annual Northern Corn and Soybean Expo, featuring speakers Mark Mayfield and Chip Flory, with breakout sessions, free breakfast, lunch, and a large corn and soybean trade show. You don't want to miss the second annual Corn and Soybean Expo, Tuesday, February 12th at the Fargo Dome.
There's a good chance you're enjoying turkey leftovers this weekend. If you want to know where your turkey comes from, get to know a turkey farmer. Recently, Katie Pinky did just that. It's a Thankful for Ag conversation with Katie.
After years of working corporate jobs, Chris Huizinga and his wife Joy pursued a way to move their family back to Chris's roots of turkey farming.
Why did you leave the corporate world to go back to turkey farming?
My family has been in turkeys since my great-grandfather and my grandfather put their first flock down in 1939. The opportunity to go and work on a small family farm, that is a very rare opportunity for most individuals, and we just happened to be in a position where that was possible. The work ethic you learn is so beneficial no matter what you decide to do as far as vocation down the road.
You don't have an agriculture degree, but you do have an MBA. How does that business experience transcend into your turkey farming?
Probably the biggest benefit is that I understand things from a lot of different perspectives. I worked in finance. I worked in banking. I've worked on the corporate supply side of the turkey business. I've worked on the farm. And so it gives me a very broad perspective.
What do you feed your turkeys?
primarily corn and soybeans. That's the main ingredients, but there's also some vitamins and some other minerals, trace minerals and things that are added in order to get an optimal diet for the bird. Healthy birds are happy birds, and happy birds are going to grow well, and that is fundamental to the turkey business. 12 weeks later, then she'll be ready to process and head to the grocery store.
Are they buying a turkey that's conventionally and locally raised?
That's correct. Because of the amount of turkey production that we have in these areas, that bird's probably raised within 100 miles of where it was purchased.
Let's talk about some of the struggles that turkey farming is facing.
Okay.
What are your greatest challenges?
I think probably the biggest challenge would be disease management, because we no longer have solutions when a turkey gets sick. It used to be that there was a broad bandwidth of options where you could therapeutically treat a sick animal. With all the hysteria that has gone around antibiotic resistance and the automatic shift to trying to blame that on animal agriculture, there was a knee-jerk reaction where they took away all of our antibiotic options.
What is the greatest reward of being a turkey farmer?
The most fulfilling moment is when you market a flock successfully, where you've had a group of turkeys that has remained healthy, has grown well, has performed well, and goes off to the plant.
After 18 months of turkey farming and having it in your family for 80 years, why are you thankful for agriculture?
You know, I think I'm most thankful for agriculture because it gives us the opportunity to participate in an industry that my family's been in for the past 80 years and pass on that legacy to my children, knowing that we're helping to feed the world, helping to feed, other people, and doing it in a manner that we feel good about the care and the conditions that we give to our animals.
Coming up on AgweekTV, we'll see why this sheep producer is thankful for ag and his family. And later, you don't have to be a farmer to be thankful for ag.
Martinson Ag Risk Management offers a variety of crop marketing and crop insurance packages to our customers. With over 40 years of experience, our dedicated staff works hard to ensure you get the best advice on crop insurance, marketing, and risk management. Contact Randy or any of the staff at Martinson Ag Risk Management today at 701-205-4200 or visit us online at martinsonag.com.
Aspire is a premium delivery of boron. It's a potash source that has two forms of boron in it. One form of boron is available early in the crop needs, and then we have another form of boron that's more of a slow release. So throughout the whole growth stage or cycle of a crop, you need to teaspoon feed that crop, especially with these micronutrients. If you need to learn more about boron, what does boron do within the plant? So we have aspireboron.com. There's also cropnutrition.com.
Advanced Grain Handling is your regional dealer for grain handler dryers, bins, and accessories. With Grain Handler's continuous mixed flow drying systems, you're capable of high levels of grain dryer efficiency on all types of grain, including seed grain. Advanced Grain Handling also carries West Steel's quality stainless steel products for on-farm and commercial grain storage solutions. Advanced Grain Handling has licensed and trained service techs and a licensed electrical shop. Get a hold of Chad Kylo to find the perfect solution for your farm.
Make sure your farm equipment is season ready with an uptime inspection from your Titan Machinery service professionals. Titan Machinery's team of Case IH factory-trained service technicians has the knowledge and experience to find, correct, and prevent mechanical issues that could shut you down during the season. Your planting and harvest windows are short. For genuine Case IH parts and service, schedule an off-season uptime inspection at Titan Machinery today. Titan Machinery, your local Case IH dealer.
Giving farmers access to data from the elevator right in their pocket, helping them make better decisions. No more keeping track of paper scale tickets. Innovation. It's always been a part of the farming culture. Integrating directly with elevators to give growers real-time information, all through a mobile app. Your elevator, powered by Bushel.
Darren Bauk raises award-winning sheep near New York Mills, Minnesota, despite severe health challenges. When Jonathan Knudsen asked him why he's thankful for ag, he answered the way many farmers would. Bauk said he's thankful for being able to farm with his family.
We'll go to the dairy barn first, and that's where it kind of all starts, okay?
family farm is an often used term. The Balks really put it into practice.
If it wasn't for David and Dwayne, I wouldn't be where I'm at today as far as health-wise either, because they give you some incentive to go out there and try make things better. But if it wasn't for them two guys, it wouldn't be fun for me. This set of lambs would be about 2-3 weeks older.
Darren Balk has struggled with severe rheumatoid arthritis for 3 decades after getting sick at age 20.
And like in the early 90s, I had my hips replaced, and then I went with my knees, and then a shoulder. So you just kind of, you learn your boundaries a little bit. So, and you go from there. Then, the family will pitch in and help.
Darren keeps farming and raising sheep with the help of a scooter and mostly his family. They each have their own specialty on the farm, from paperwork to field work to trimming sheep.
I mainly take care of the sheep and groom them, and I help clean out the sheds and get the sheep to the shows.
The combination of the three of us works out very, very well for us.
Even their 93-year-old father was part of the operation until very recently.
I only do a little bit, just whatever they tell me.
I'm thankful for the fact that I've had the ability over the years to do this, because you get a sense of pride when you do a good job, a sense of accomplishment. It's hard work, but at the end of the day, I'm thankful that I can still farm.
This picture here, this is 3 of the rams we bred. This is probably one of the most iconic pictures ever taken of Columbia rams.
It hasn't been easy, but Darren Balk says he's thankful for the challenges and diversity of farming.
There's a balance to this stuff,
Near New York Mills, Minnesota, this is Jonathan Knutson for Ag Week.
The weather may be to blame for an unusual number of grain dryer fires, including the dryer at the Mayport Farmers Co-op elevator in Mayville, North Dakota. Investigators say it got clogged with soybeans, sparking the blaze. There have been a handful of other dryer fires in the region in recent days, and one fire chief says it's not surprising.
Well, I think there's a lot of wet grain out there this year because of the weather conditions and the late harvest that's gone on, and so they probably have to use a little higher heat, a little more, they're running a lot of bushels through there. It's just the nature of the beast.
The co-op says until the dryer can be replaced, crops will have to be handled at other elevators. And what does our weather look like for the remainder of the month? Here's John with our AgriWeather Outlook.
This Thanksgiving weekend, the weather portion of Ag Week, we're going to take a look back at the crazy growing season that began with budding drought in the southwest, spreading out into the Great Plains. A lot of this area in the middle part of the plains early in the summer was beginning to look very dry, but the second half of the summer, the drought conditions were basically pushed back to the west. And there really isn't any serious drought anywhere in the southern plains, the Corn Belt. Few areas of north central North Dakota are just a little bit on the dry side. Here's another way of looking at it. March soil moisture anomaly. The green is wetter than normal. The red is drier than normal. By April, this area down through the central plains, southern part of the western Corn Belt was beginning to get really pretty dry. It wasn't quite so dry in northern Iowa, southern Minnesota. There's June, a little dry in the Dakotas and northern Minnesota, still very dry in Missouri and Kansas. And then it started raining. And the second half of the summer, it got really, really wet. Right through this area in particular, northern Iowa, southern Minnesota, southwest Wisconsin, so that by the end of the summer, things are just soaking wet. Different perspective here and different map from the High Plains Regional Climate Center. This is total rain for the months of August, September, and October. And obviously the red is where it's fairly dry, and the greens and yellows, it's not quite so dry. Basically, in these red areas, total 3-month rain, 2.5 to 5 inches out in the western Dakotas. That's actually modestly rainy for that dry area. 5 to 10 inches in the Red River Valley area. That's a little wet. But when you get down here, the yellow areas 15 to 20 inches. The green areas, northeast Iowa, southwest Wisconsin, 20 to 30 inches of rain. That's crazy. So the rest of the winter really all about El Nino, but that really doesn't give us a huge indication about moisture.
Add more bushels to your hopper and money to your pocket by harnessing the power of air with Crary Wind Systems. Whether your beans are chest high or barely off the ground, Crary offers 2 solutions that add a constant stream of high-velocity air to quickly feed crop back to the auger, eliminating bunching, reducing shatter loss, and increasing your ground speed. Don't let crop conditions dictate your yield. Check out the Crary Air Reel or Crary Wind System today.
With the all-new GreenFit system from Ricard, plug and play is finally a reality when using John Deere AutoTrack guidance with existing new products like the Challenger 1000 series or all-new C-Series rogators from Butler Machinery. GreenFit is an authorized navigation interface that utilizes existing John Deere AutoTrack guidance system to steer most Challenger tractors and sprayers. GreenFit eliminates the worry of learning and converting to a new steering system when buying an industry-leading Challenger from Butler Machinery. Learn more about GreenFit at butlermachinery.com.
Mayo Manufacturing, your Red River Valley source for Batco. Mayo Manufacturing, your Red River Valley Batco dealer.
Stein Seed Company is home to one of the most prolific, highest-yielding corn and soybean breeding programs in the world. When it comes to research, yield is what matters most. With the largest private soybean breeding program in the U.S. and the industry's most aggressive corn research, Stein is in a class of its own when it comes to developing new, higher-performing seed. Choose genetics. Choose results. Give Shane Kylo a call at 701-866-9864 to learn what Stein Seed can do for your operation.
AgWeek is excited to bring you the AgWeek app with useful features and the latest news and information right at your fingertips. Get your AgWeek news, weather, and the latest episodes of AgweekTV. Plus, see real-time information on the futures market and view local cash bids for your crops. Stay updated and take AgWeek with you wherever you are. Download the AgWeek app today. Consumers had a lot to be thankful for this Thanksgiving. An American Farm Bureau survey shows the cost for a holiday meal was down 22 cents at less than $5 per person. Mickle Pates found plenty of people thankful for ag.
Well, I grew up on a farm just south of Moorhead. My dad farmed for over 40 years, and then I married a farmer, and he farms near Rugby with his brothers. My whole life I have been connected to a farm, either living on it or being a partnership in it. This time of the year, it's always, we're thankful when it's over and everyone is safe. We're thankful for another year that's been successful.
Both my parents grew up on farms, raised different types of crops. I remember doing a little bit of baling hay as a teenager with my father. My hat goes off to the farmers and all the work they have to do, and it can't be easy. I mean, they're out there a lot of times fighting the weather elements.
Well, my grandfather actually, he was a farmer, and I definitely have a gratitude for that.
If there was one thing that you wish people knew more about agriculture, what would that be?
Just about how much it actually means to the United States and around the world.
Trying to get everything plant-wise or cattle or those things, it's a lot of hard work.
The food that it brings us and, the farmers and how hard the farmers work. About a week ago, we noticed there was still a lot of corn standing, but I think they're doing pretty well now. They're starting to get in the fields and get everything off. They're working long hours, but I think they'll get it all done.
And I think we're always thankful for looking forward to the next year as well.
Helping farmers use technology to make better, faster, smarter decisions. That's the goal of the annual Cultivate Conference in Fargo. Speakers talk about topics ranging from software applications to precision ag, drones, and alternative farming methods. One of the speakers, Kevin Kimley, says agriculture has been quick to adopt technology, but it's important for both tech developers and farmers to understand what's needed.
There's some unique challenges that we have in that we deal with a lot of live things, live plants, live animals, and we have to deliver actual products to consumers that are safe and reliable and in good shape. And so technology can help us very much with doing that, but still we have some unique challenges, I think, in how we implement those technologies, but it also creates unique opportunities for us.
Another speaker was Leela Watson, co-founder of Init Weather. The Florida company specializes in creating hyper-local forecasts for individual farms. They aggregate data from many sources and use artificial intelligence to create the best forecast.
It's very customized to what our customers need as opposed to just a general
global weather forecast that's not specific for somebody's area.
Ag Week is a sponsor of the event. Still ahead on AgweekTV, a Soil Conservation Award hits close to home for one of our reporters.
Attention farmers and ag dealers. It's the 48th annual Northern Ag Expo at the Fargo Dome, Tuesday and Wednesday, November 27th and 28th. Admission is free to the region's crop production showcase. View over 200 company crop production exhibits. Learn about the latest technology offered and attend the region's most timely production update seminars. Complete seminar schedule and speakers in Ag Week magazine or at ndag.org. See you at the Northern Ag Expo, November 27th and 28th at the Fargo Dome.
Steffes. We have representatives everywhere. Through North Dakota, South Dakota, Iowa, and Minnesota, we can find a buyer for what you are selling. We know how to market your farmland or equipment. Give us a call. We'll sit down and tell you all about the Steffes way.
This is Dennis Beliski reminding you we do auctions and we do them well. You've built your operation with hard work, and when it's time to sell, all or part, you deserve the best. Details from repairs and preparation to promotion and settlements are not routine. Chances are you'll only do this once, so we'll tailor an auction just for you and get it done right. On-site at your farm or added to one of our highly successful Alaris Center auctions, we have the skill, reputation, and integrity to meet your needs with best-in-class commitment and quality service. Find us at resourceauction.com or call 701-757-4015.
Big Boy Toys.
Where do you go for the latest news in agriculture? Ag Week magazine. Reaching over 70,000 farmers and ranchers in North Dakota, Minnesota, South Dakota, and Montana. Ag Week provides the most up-to-date information on the markets, the trends, and the people who make it all happen. We're your source for news, not fluff. Dependable, trusted. Ag Week. Subscribe today by calling 1-800-811-2580.
The North Dakota Association of Soil Conservation Districts held its annual recognition banquet this week in Bismarck. Farmers were honored for their conservation efforts. Brandon Schlecht, the husband of our own Jenny Schlecht, was honored with the Overall Achievement Award from the Stutzman County Conservation District. Brandon runs a 999-head feedlot, grazes cattle on 1,500 acres of pasture, and raises crops and forage on about 1,100 acres. Thanks for watching this week's edition of Ag Week TV. Remember, for all your ag news, go to agweek.com or download the Ag Week app. And be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter as well. We'll see you next week.